Hello and welcome to Bottoms Down, Chair Yoga for Everyone. I'm Carol. I'm glad you've joined us for our Chair Yoga Restorative series. We'll take a mindful approach to our poses, focusing on relaxation, stress relief, lowering blood pressure, and generally improving our state of mind and body. And let's get started. So we're going to sit up nice and tall in our chair, and let's go ahead and move a little bit forward so that we're not leaning back. Let's take a moment to ground our feet to the earth. So feel like you have both feet on the floor, equally weighted. And then we're going to ground those sits bones. So our sits bones are on that chair, and again, we're not leaning one way or the other. Our hands are going to rest lightly on our thighs, but let's flip those palms up to the ceiling. Close your eyes. And then just notice your natural breath. Don't change it. Just notice what's happening in your body right now. Now let's elongate the breath. We're going to inhale a little more deeply and exhale a little more completely. Do that again. And now let's move that breath out of the shoulders and out of the upper body down into that belly, that diaphragmatic breath. As you inhale, the belly extends. And as you exhale, pull the belly button to the spine. Let's do that one more time like that. Now breathe normally. We're going to continue with our diaphragmatic breath, and we're going to inhale to 4 counts and exhale to 5 counts. It'll be something like this. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. And breathe normally. Bring your hands to your heart and set your intentions for today's practice. One more breath here. Bring your hands back down to your thighs and open your eyes. All right, we're going to drop our right ear towards our right shoulder, and we're going to lift up and lay that right hand lightly on the head. Now the other hand is going to extend down by your chair towards the floor, palm facing down. Now we're going to lift that palm to face up towards the ceiling. You'll feel a little difference in the neck stretch. Then we're going to lift that arm up to where it's parallel to the mat. We're going to flip that palm down towards the floor. Flex and push. Oh yeah, good neck stretch. One more breath here. Let's bring that left hand down to the lap. Take the right hand off the head and lift that head up. Take a moment here. Okay, other side. We're going to drop that ear to the shoulder first. We're going to lift that hand up and we're going to lay it lightly on the head. Opposite hand is going to be down by the chair, palm faces down. Now let's flip that palm up towards the ceiling. We're going to lift that arm up to where it's parallel to the mat. We'll flip that palm down towards the floor, flex and push. One more breath. Bring the hand down to the lap. Take the opposite hand off the head and lift that head up. All right, you can move that head around just a little bit if you want to. A pretty decent neck stretch there. Nicely done. We're going to bring our arms down by our side, and all we're going to do is shrug our shoulders up into the ears. Now we're just going to let our arms drop back down. Let it just fall. And let's do that again. We're going to shrug up and just let those shoulders fall. And let's do it again. Shrug up and let those shoulders fall. Now, one shoulder at a time, we're just going to roll keeping our hands down by the chair so we're not putting them in our lap. And then let's reverse that. All right, we're going to do that one more time. Okay, are we ready? Drop those hands down, let them just hang, and then shrug those shoulders up into the ears and drop. Let's do it again. Shrug and drop. One more time. Shrug, drop, and then roll one shoulder at a time. And reverse it. Nice. Okay, very well done. So we're going to move into a cow pose. Hands are going to rest on the back of the chair down low. We're going to lift our heart, squeeze your shoulder blades, and lift your chin. We'll round down into cat pose, hands on the lap, elbows wide, tuck the chin and let the head fall. Lift up into cow pose, hands to the back of the chair. Lift that heart, squeeze your shoulder blades behind. Round down into cat pose, hands on the thighs, elbows wide. Let's add the breath. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. Can you do that diaphragmatic breath? Again, inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. We're going to do one more. Inhale into cow. Now exhale into cat. We're going to hold this. When you finish your exhalation, just breathe a couple of natural breaths here. One more breath. Now release that and roll it up into a seated position. Nicely done. Mountain pose. Hands down by the side, spread those fingers wide, keep the heart lifted, shoulders out of the ears. Come into those cactus arms, squeeze those shoulder blades back behind you. Extend your mountain up to the ceiling, shoulders stay down out of the ears. We're going to take that right hand and place it on the chair. The left hand is going to lengthen up, and we're going to lean our mountain. Now we'll take that hand up to the ceiling and rotate and look up at that hand. And then we're going to lean our mountain again. Hand to the ceiling, rotate and look up. And let's lean that mountain one more time. Keep both sits bones on the chair. Hand to the ceiling, it's a rotation as we look up, and we're going to bring that hand down. Let's do the other side. Mountain pose, spread those fingers wide, shoulders down. Cactus arms, we'll squeeze those shoulder blades back behind us. Extend those arms up to the ceiling, stretch it up, shoulders out of the ears. Left hand to the chair, right arm extends up. We're going to lean that mountain. Press that opposite hip down. Hand to the ceiling, it's a rotation and look up, and let's lean it again. Hand to the ceiling, rotate, look up. We're going to do that one more time. Should feel really good. Hand to the ceiling, it's a rotation, look up, and we're going to bring that hand down to our lap. We're going to do a gentle twist. We're going to leave our feet on the floor. Think about keeping them grounded, right? Equal weight on both sides. Now, we're going to take our right hand and we're just going to lay it on the outside of that leg. The other hand to the chair. Extend that spine nice and long. Pull the shoulder back and rotate, looking over that shoulder. One more breath here. All right, let's go ahead and face forward. Take your left hand on the outside of the thigh, other hand to the chair. First of all, extend the spine, pull the shoulder back, rotate. One more breath here, face forward. Let's do that one more time. Hand on the outside of the thigh, other hand to the chair. Extend the spine, pull the shoulder back, rotate and look over your shoulder. Face forward and the other side. Hand on the thigh, right other hand to the chair. Extend the spine, pull the shoulder back, rotate and look over that shoulder. One more breath and face forward. Let's grab a sip of water. So we're going to start in cobra pose and move into a child's pose. So let's sit back in our chair, all the way back. You're leaning back against the back of the chair. And we're going to place the inside of those upper arms onto the back of the chair. And then what I want you to do is think about squeezing that chair. Your hands are going to naturally just kind of rest on your hips. Now, as you squeeze that chair, I want you to lift your heart and open your throat. So you're kind of creating space in that heart. Maybe a little bit of gratitude here. Okay, so now let's release that. And then as we come into our child's pose, we're going to let that heart fall. Our hands are going to go between our legs and our palms are facing down. So your palms aren't facing up, they're facing down, and you're just letting your upper body just kind of round and sink. Seated child's pose. All right, let's come back up into seated. Okay, we're going to do that again. So arm is going to go on the outside of the chair. Hands are just kind of resting here on the hips. Lift your heart. Lift your chin, squeeze your shoulder blades back behind. So there's a little bit of a back bend happening here, very gentle. All right, now child's pose, we let ourselves fall down. You drop your heart, hands are between your legs, palms are facing down. You're very rounded here, just letting go. One more breath. Let's come up to seated. And we're going to do that just one more time. Here we go. Hands, arms to the back of the chair. Squeeze the upper arm into the chair. Feel the heart lift. Lift that chin up. Open it up through the chest. Cobra pose. Then we're going to round down into a seated child's pose. Palms are facing in. You're letting your heart fall. Letting that head fall, rounding. One more breath here and come up into seated position. Nicely done. So we're going to work into some finger digit work. We're going to start with that right hand and we're just going to make a light fist, okay? And then we'll spread that hand, those fingers out. And let's do that again. Just make a light fist and then spread. Now what I want you to do is take your thumb across your hand. So we're trying to make this bottom digit moves. It's not how far does the thumb come across. It doesn't have to touch your pinky finger. What I want is that digit to move, okay? So bring it across. And release. Let's do it one more time. Bring it across. And release. Now, you're going to make a light fist and you're going to have that one finger lifting up. So like number one. Then we're going to bring two fingers up, so like peace. Now we're going to bring the three fingers up, but I want you to see if you can bring the three fingers together, like a Boy Scout salute. Now we're going to bring those, see I'm making that V, so I've got two fingers together, like live long and prosper. Then I take my live long and prosper and I bring it right here to my belly button, and I'm going to do a scissor cut there. And let's shake that hand out. Nice. Let's do the other side. All right, so bring that hand up, spread those fingers nice and wide, and then we'll make a light fist. Spread those fingers nice and wide and make a light fist. Now, spread them wide and try to bring that thumb across. Release it and bring that thumb across. And release. Make a light fist with your number one. Let's do peace. Let's do our Boy Scout salute. Live long and prosper. Bring that right to the belly button and scissor cut. All right, and shake it out. All right, let's go back to that right side. Palm faces up. Now, we're going to, first of all, take our pinky finger, and it's just a little digit stretch. Don't overdo this one. Don't overstretch it. Just gentle. And then we're going to take that ring finger, And then we'll do the middle finger. We'll do our pointer finger. And then just a little stretch for that thumb. Now we're going to take all 4 fingers and the thumb, don't forget the thumb, and you're going to give it a big stretch. One more breath here, and let's relax that. Okay, let's do the other side. So we're going to start by bringing that palm facing up, and let's start with our pinky finger. Give it just a gentle stretch here. And then we're going to do that ring finger. Let's do that middle finger, pointer finger, then the thumb just kind of goes out to the side there. All right, now we're going to grab my fingers and my thumb. Don't leave the thumb out. Grab all of those digits and give it a stretch. So we're getting a good stretch to the wrist and the carpal tunnel, right? So nice stretch there. One more breath here and release and roll those shoulders. Okay, so now I'm going to bring this arm all the way across. So you've got your elbows are stacked on top of each other, and then your left hand pulls in. So I want you to pull in, but keep this shoulder down. And then we're just going to rotate that right wrist. And reverse it. Now spread your fingers wide and make a light fist. Now let's spread the fingers wide, and we're just going to piano key our fingers. Don't forget the thumb. Go both directions. Now make a light fist and rotate the thumb only. And reverse it. All right, let's shake it out. We're going to do the other side. Bring your left arm across the body, right arm hooks in, elbow to elbow. Pull that arm in, keep the shoulder down, and let's rotate that wrist. Reverse the rotation. We're going to spread the fingers wide and make a light fist. Now spread them wide and let's piano key our fingers. Don't forget the thumb. Go both directions. Now make a light fist and rotate the thumb only. And reverse it. And release. All right. So the next movement, let's go ahead and move a little bit forward in our chair. This is called toe curls, and this is to strengthen our feet. So what we're going to do is we're sitting up nice and tall in our chair, and our feet are flat on the floor. Now, I'm not going to do this with the towel on the floor. I'm going to do it without it, but you can lay a towel on the floor, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my toes in, and I'm trying to move the towel and then release it. So it's like you're grasping that towel and you're squeezing. You see what I'm doing with my toes there? And release. There's 2 of 5. Let's do it again. Squeeze and release it. All right, 2 more, excuse me. Release it. Let's do that one more time. And release. Now, we're going to do the other side, okay? So we're just grabbing, think like you've got something down there and you're grabbing it with your toes and you're squeezing. And release. Let's do it again. It's a squeeze. So you're just pulling that and release. You're pulling that towel or something towards you and release. 2 more. It's a pull and release. We have one more time. It's pull, squeeze, and release. Nicely done. The next one is a toe extension. Okay, so this helps with, preventing and treating plantar fasciitis. So that is something that can cause a lot of pain. Personally, I'm very grateful that I don't have that, but I know of people who do. So we're going to do a little stretching for that. So we're going to sit up again, nice and straight in our chair. Our feet are flat on the floor. Now we're going to pick that right foot up, and we're going to lay it on that left thigh. Again, if this doesn't work well for you and you want to put it on an ottoman or something, that is absolutely fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my toes and I'm just going to stretch them. So I'm pulling them towards my ankle. Do you see that? Now, I'm going to hold that for 10 seconds. At the same time, I'm just going to give the bottom of my foot a massage. So I'm just rubbing the bottom of my foot up and down. One more. All right, let's go ahead and relax that. We'll do the other side. Okay, so I'm going to pick that foot up. I'm going to pull my toes towards my ankle, and then I'm just going to rub. So I'm holding this for 10 seconds. All right, now let's go ahead and put that leg down. We're going to do it one more time on each side. Technically, you would do this 10 times on each side. So if you want to stop the video and continue with your 10 times, absolutely fine. I'm going to do it 2 for demonstration purposes. Okay, let's grab the ball of that foot. We're going to give it a little tug, and I'm going to rub the bottom of that foot for 10 seconds. And I'm just counting in my head, so kind of 10 seconds. All right, let's release it. Put that foot down, and then we're going to go on the other side. So don't quote me on the 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. That feel good? It does to me. Let's grab a sip of water. We're going to come to standing behind our chair. You're going to have one hand on each side of the chair. Now I'm going to leave my left hand right where it is. Keeping my hips forward, I'm going to take my left hand and I'm going to bring it back by my hip and then just rotate and look over that right shoulder. So it's just a very gentle, very, very gentle twist. One more breath. Go ahead and face forward. Put your right hand on the back of the chair, left hand back by your hip. Nice long spine. Pull the shoulder back. And we're just going to rotate and look over the back of that chair. Back behind our chair, I should say. And face forward. Let's do that one more time. Hand on the chair, opposite hand by your hip. Extend the spine and rotate. Release that and do the other side. Hand by the hip. Extend the spine and rotate. And release. Nicely done. Next is going to be a cow and a cat with wide arms. So I'm going to bring my hands back behind my head. Elbows are bent and your hands are just resting. You don't interlace the fingers or anything. Just let the fingers rest on the back of the head. Now we're going to lift our heart and lift our chin up. Now, as we round down, bend the knees a little bit. I want you to really round. Take your hands to the back of the chair and let the head fall. And we're going to do that again. Lift up. Wide-armed cow pose. And then round down, hands to the back of the chair. Let that head fall. And go ahead and release that. All right. So now the only add-on here, it's not a big add-on. I'm going to step a little bit away from my chair. I feel like I'm going to hit my chair. The only thing we're going to do now is instead of releasing our hands to the back of the chair as we do cat pose, we're going to leave our hands behind our head. It's going to give that neck an extra stretch. So if that feels okay for you, go for it. If it doesn't feel okay on your neck, you're going to go ahead and bring those hands back to the chair. All right, ready? Elbows bent. Lift that heart. Squeeze those shoulder blades behind. Now, as we round into cat pose, bend the knees a little bit. Your hands are going to stay on the back of the head. Elbows are going to roll towards the floor. And don't pull on the head, but you got weight to give you a little extra stretch. Tucking the chin, letting the head fall. Okay, let's come back up into cow pose. Inhale, extend the spine. Lift that chin up. Exhale, we're going to round down into that cat pose. Elbows towards the floor. Tuck the chin and let the head fall. Let's do it again. Lifting up. Rounding down. One more. Lifting up. Now this time, as you finish your exhalation in your cat, you're just going to hang out and breathe. Let that head fall a little further. Tuck that chin a little more. One more breath. Go ahead and roll it back up into a standing position. Very well done. So for the next couple of poses, you're going to stay behind your chair. I'm going to turn my chair to the side so you can see me just a little bit better. So the next pose is called a forward fold. I'm going to take a step back, and I want to make sure that my hands can touch the back of the chair, but I want to be as far back as is comfortable for that. Now, you're just going to let your heart fall forward. My hand's going to stay on the back of that chair, and it's just a forward fold. So keep that back flat. Let your heart fall. Keep the keep the head lifted, and feel that stretch in the low back. A little bit of hamstring stretch. You can always bend the knees if you want to take the hamstrings out of it. Absolutely fine. This one's more for the back than for the legs. All right, let's go ahead and roll it up into standing. And we're going to do that exact same thing again. Did that feel okay? We're going to do that just one more time, just like that before we add on, okay? So extending the spine, and then we're going to let ourselves roll down. Hands stay on the back of that chair. Let your heart fall. Keep the head above the heart. Bending the knees if you wish is absolutely fine. One more breath, and let's go ahead and roll it back up into a standing position. Now, let's take our feet just a little bit wider, okay? Now, toes are going to be pointing towards your chair, and we're going to do that same thing, all right? And then we're going to add just a little bit of rotation with a knee bend, okay? All right, hands on the chair. Let that heart fall forward first. So you might feel a little more stretch here on the outside of those legs. It might feel pretty good. We're going to take our right arm and we're going to rotate it up towards the ceiling, and we're going to bend our right knee, okay? Right arm is up, right knee is bent, and I'm just kind of rotating that hand to the ceiling. Now I'm feeling a pretty good stretch on the inside of that left leg. Then I'm going to come back center, put that right hand on the chair. I'm going to bend my left knee as my left arm rotates up. Do you see what I'm doing there? Right, so I'm getting the stretch here. Keep this knee behind the toes, and then put that hand back on as the legs straighten. Let's do it again on the other side. It's a rotation, right arm to the ceiling, right knee bends, inner left thigh is stretching. Straighten that leg, put that right hand back on the chair. Left arm rotates open. Let's straighten that leg, put that hand back on the chair, heel toe our feet back in towards one another, and take a little break. The next pose is a downward facing dog. There's a few variations on this one. The one we're going to do today is we're going to keep our hands on the back of our chair, and let's just take a step back. Okay, now back to that forward fold. So letting that heart fall. Now, from this position, what you're going to do is you're going to bring your weight forward. So it's kind of like an accordion. Now, I'm going to press my body back, and I'm going to let my heart fall. Lift your heart, accordion your weight forward. You're on the balls of the feet. Push your weight back. Let your upper body sink. Lift your heart up. Accordion your weight forward. Accordion your weight back. Let that heart fall, and then maybe walk your hands down the chair just a little bit. Let that head fall if that feels okay. One more breath here. Bend the knees and roll it up into a standing position. Very, very well done. Let's go ahead and come back into our chair, to our seated position. And let's grab a sip of water. We're going to do some chin tucks. So we're going to place our finger on our chin. And what I want you to do is pull your chin away from your finger. Leave the finger where it is. Just pull the chin away. And release it. And let's do that again. Tuck that chin away from your finger. And release it. Let's do it one more time. And release. Bring the hand down. Let's roll those shoulders. And reverse your shoulder roll. And let's do that again. Place that finger on the chin. You're going to tuck your chin away from your finger. And release it. Let's do that again. And release one more time. And release. Bring the hands down and let's roll those shoulders. Nicely done. Okay, so for the next pose, it's called head nods. So we're going to lay our hands lightly on our thighs, moving on. And we're going to flip our palms up to the ceiling. Lift your shoulders. Pull your shoulder blades back behind, and you'll notice your hand placement is moving from the knee to your thighs. Lift that chin. Squeeze those shoulders. Now, we're going to lift those arms up, and we're just going to pulse them 3 times. 3, 2, 1. We'll bring our hands back down to the thighs, and we're going to relax. Okay? And let's do that again. Hands are resting on the knees. We'll flip our palms to the ceiling. Lift your chin. Lift your shoulders. Pull your shoulder blades back behind. Hand placement is going to move from knees to thighs. Lift those hands up and pulse, 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 and release. We're going to move a little bit forward in our chair. Go ahead and take those legs a little bit wide. And we're going to drop this shoulder down towards, right in between our knees, okay? So just a little shoulder dip here. You should feel a nice stretch into that shoulder, a little bit sideways maybe the back. Lift that shoulder up, and then we're going to dip that other shoulder straight down. And let's do it one more time on each side. Drop that shoulder down. Lift, and let's do the other side. And lift. Nicely done. Let's go ahead and move back in our chair, getting ready for Shavasana pose. Hands are going to rest lightly on the thighs. Flip the palms up to the ceiling. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Full breath out.
Beyond yourself. Existence is what you know, but only a fraction of existence is about you. You intensely experience climbing the mountain, nevertheless the mountain dwarfs you even when you reach the top. Your thoughts become much more purposeful and effective when they are not just about you. Go beyond anxiety, fear, and despair by focusing those thoughts away from your immediate concerns. There is so much more to consider, to learn from, to discover, that can bring awe and inspiration to your life. The beauty, wonder, energy, and possibilities will never be exhausted. Rather than going around in hopeless circles of your own troubles, rise above them, send your thoughts far away from them. You don't have to abandon your responsibilities, but rather reframe them. With mind and spirit, you can take journeys that bring tangible, enduring goodness into your world. By thinking and feeling beyond the limitations, you gain new skills to thrive and to share the value of your own being. Look beyond yourself, beyond your problems and dramas. See new richness that's possible and make it real.
Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Reach up with the right hand. Give the head a gentle tug as you press that left hand down towards the floor. Release it. Drop your chin towards your chest. Reach up with your hands. Give the head a gentle tug. Release it. Drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Reach up with the left hand. Give the head a gentle tug as you press that right hand down towards the floor. Release it. Look up just slightly. Open your mouth if you want to stretch your jaw. Bring your hands to your heart. Honoring one another, we say, Namaste. Thank you so much for participating today. Keep showing up, like the video, leave a comment, click subscribe, and consider becoming a sponsor by joining the YouTube membership channel for ad-free classes, special programs, and other perks. And I'll see you next time.